Hello students, in present video I am going to explain about 21st problem from consignment accounts topic. I am making this video for degree students. Previous videos links are available in the description box. Let us see the question first. Sudhakar consigned goods worth 1 lakh rupees to Giri as pro forma invoice at a 20% profit on cost. Sudhakar paid forwarding charges 6,000 rupees. Giri was allowed 3 months establishment expenses which are 3,000 rupees per annum. His commission 8% on sales. He paid 1100 rupees for cottage, 2,900 rupees for godown rent. 5% of the goods were destroyed due to the negligence of railways. Consignor lodged a claim for 5,000 rupees but it was settled at a discount of 10%. Consignor directly received a check from railways. 90% of the goods were sold at a profit of 33.1/3% on cost. Remaining 5% goods are taken by Giri for 6,000 rupees. Show consignment account. This is the question. Let us see the solution for this. Important points of this problem I have written on the board. Sudhakar is sending goods on consignment to Giri. So Sudhakar is consignor, Giri is consignee. Sudhakar sent 1 lakh worth goods on consignment and invoice price of these goods is 20% profit on cost. So in present problem, invoice price, cost price both are given. To send these goods, consignor incurred 6,000 rupees expenditure. In transit, due to the negligence of railways, 5% of these goods are destroyed. Sudhakar placed a claim of 5,000 rupees with the railways and railway department has given the claim with a 10% discount. So Sudhakar only received this claim money. Then remaining goods are reached to consignee's place. Consignee sold 90% of these goods at a profit of 33.1/3% on cost and remaining 5% goods are taken by Giri for 6,000 rupees. Total goods sent 1 lakh. Goods damaged 5%. Due to the negligence of railways means this damage comes under abnormal loss. Then goods reached to consignee 95%. Consignee sold 90% of the goods. Now remaining goods are 5%. These goods are taken by consignee. Means in present problem unsold stock is not there. Then consignee's expenditure. Establishment expenditure 3,000 rupees per annum. So for 1 year consignee incurred establishment expenditure and consignor allowed 3 months establishment expenditure. Means total 3,000 is not paid by consignor. So you know that consignee's expenses finally consignor should pay. But in present problem he is giving that establishment expenditure spent by consignee 3,000 rupees per annum. 3 months amount is allowed by consignor. So 3 months amount of this 3,000 rupee is only consignor is going to pay. So remaining amount consignee should pay. Next, cartage 1,100. Godown rent 2,900. For these two amounts, there is no other information. Meaning is these two amounts consignee paid, but at the end consignor is going to pay. So consignor is going to pay cartage 1,100 rupees, godown rent 2,900 plus in establishment amount 3,000 per annum. 3 months amount consignor is going to pay. Next, consignee is allowed to take a commission of 8% on sales. So he is asking us to prepare consignment account in the books of consignor Sudhakar. Therefore, heading is ledger of Sudhakar in brackets consignor. So think from consignor's point of view because in consignor's books we are preparing ledger. So consignment account is asking. Consignment account is a nominal account. Debit side, consignment business expenses and losses we should show. Credit side, consignment business related incomes and gains. So consignment business related journal entries in previous problems clearly explained. So I am going to concentrate on new points here. See, first what happened? Consignor sent 1 lakh worth of goods on consignment. Journal entry, consignment account data to goods sent on consignment account. So in consignment account, debit side we should post this to goods sent on consignment account. When cost price and invoice price both are given, here invoice price we should show now. Cost price is 1 lakh rupees, invoice price is 20% on cost price. So plus 1 lakh into 20%. So 1 lakh plus 20,000. Invoice price is 1,20,000. Next, consignor expenditure. Entry, consignment account data to bank account. In consignment account, debit side to bank account, 6,000 rupees. Next, this damage is an abnormal loss. At the end we will see. Consignee sold 90% of the goods. Sales entry, Giri account data to consignment account. In consignment account, credit side by Giri account. 90% of goods set. Here 90% of cost price, total goods cost price is 1 lakh rupees. In this 90% is sold. So sold goods cost price is 10,000 into 9, 90,000 rupees. On cost price, profit 33 1 by 3%. So profit is on 90,000, 33 1 by 3%. How to write this? 33 into 3, 99. 99 plus 1, 100. So 100 divided by 3. Divided by, again 100 is there. So how to write this? 100 divided by 3 into, here 100 by 1 will be there now. It becomes 1 by 100. So 90,000 into 100 by 3 into 1 by 100. 30,000 rupees. 90,000 plus 30,000 is equal to 1,20,000. Next, consignee's expenditure. Entry, consignment account data to consignee's account, Giri account. In consignment account, debit side to Giri account. In previous problems, we used to write the direct amount. But here, in establishment expenditure 3,000, 3 months amount only consignor is going to allow now. So in consignor's books, that 3 months amount only he writes. That 3 months amount we have to calculate. Therefore, in particulars column, clearly you have to show that. Establishment expenditure 3,000 is for 1 year. Consignee is allowing 3 months amount only. So 3 by 12. 4 ones are 4, 750. 750 in inner column. Next expenditure, carriage 1,100 rupees. Next, go down rent 2,900. Total in outer column 4,750. Next, consignee's commission 8% on sale. Entry is same. For consignee's expenses, for consignee's commission, same entry. Consignment account data to Giri account. So in consignment account, debit side to Giri account. Sales amount 1,20,000. On that 8%, 9,600. Next, 5% of the goods are taken by consignee for 6,000 rupees now. So unsold stock is taken by consignee. Consignee is taking that amount. In future, he has to pay that amount to us now. So he is taking these goods for 6,000. In future, he has to pay that 6,000 to consignor. In consignor's books, we are preparing. So to consignor, for this 6,000 rupee, consignee becomes a debtor. So debtor means asset, asset shows a debit balance. Therefore, consignee's account, Giri account we should debit. And unsold stock in consignment account credit side we have to show now. To show like that, in journal entry, consignment account should be credited. So this is the entry for unsold stock. Consignment account we are preparing, consignment account is credited. So in this account, credit side we should post by debit account name, Giri account. No need of any calculations. In question only as given now, unsold stock is taken by consignee at 6,000 rupees. That 6,000 directly we should write. Next come to abnormal loss value calculation. Abnormal loss value calculation. Once you recollect previous problem number 20. In that problem, goods were stolen by employee and employee has given compensation. So we treated that as abnormal loss. Goods were not insured, compensation money came from employee. Similarly, in present problem also, goods are lost due to the negligence of railways and railway department is giving claim amount. So here also, consignor has not insured these goods. Claim amount is not coming from insurance company. So it is coming from railways. Accounting treatment is same. See, cost of goods destroyed. Total goods cost 1 lakh rupees. So here you may get one doubt. Cost price is given 1 lakh. Invoice price is given 1,20,000. So for abnormal loss value calculation, which price we should take? This doubt comes now. Cost price you have to take. So for an unsold stock calculation, when invoice price, cost price both are given, we used to take invoice price now. Because loading in unsold stock we cancel by debiting. But here abnormal loss value we are calculating. So there is no procedure for loading in abnormal loss value calculation. So abnormal loss we have to calculate at cost price only, not at invoice price. Therefore, I am taking cost price 1 lakh rupees. In this, goods damage is 5%. So 5% of 1 lakh is 5,000 rupees. So damaged goods cost price is 5,000. To this, consignor direct expenses we should add. On total goods, consignor expenditure is 6,000. Consignor expenditure is always direct expenditure now. So we should consider here, but not 6,000. In 6,000, 5% only we should add here. Because I am calculating 5% goods value. So 5% of 6,000 is 300. And I am not adding consignee's expenditure here. Because goods are damaged in transit. Consignee received the remaining goods now. So 95% goods only consignee received. On 95% goods only consignee incurred these expenses. So even though consignee spent some direct expenses, we should not consider them while calculating abnormal loss value. Recollect 20 problem. In that, goods were damaged in consignee's place. Therefore, while calculating abnormal loss value, consignee's direct expenses also we consider. But here, we should not consider consignee's direct expenses. So, 5,300 is the loss. And a consignor placed a claim of 5,000 rupees with the railways. And railway department has paid a claim with a 10% discount. So, in 5,000, 10% they are not paying. So 5,000 into 10 by 100, 500. So in 5,000, 500 they are not going to pay. Means remaining amount 4,500 they paid. So that amount we should subtract from 5,300 minus claim received from railways 4,500. Finally 800 rupees is the loss to consignor. So that amount is abnormal loss value. This abnormal loss in consignment account way to show credit side. So credit side by, in question is not asking us to prepare abnormal loss account. No? In that case, we have to write profit and loss account. In previous problems, I have explained abnormal loss entries. 800 and We received 4,500 rupees claim now. Through a check, we received this amount. Therefore, for that 4,500, you have to write bank account. So in this problem, what is the journal entry for abnormal loss and claim amount? Profit and loss account data 800, bank account data 4,500 to consignment account. Now, finally come to loading adjustment. So there is no unsold stock here. Therefore, unsold stock loading calculation is not required. But goods are sent on consignment. So here we mention invoice price no. Loading is 20,000 rupees no, extra amount. So to know the correct profit or loss in consignment, we have to take correct values. Correct value is 1 lakh, not 1,20,000. So how much extra we wrote here? 20,000. That 20,000 if you cancel, then only you can know correct profit or loss in consignment business. How to cancel that 20,000? By writing on opposite side. So debit side we wrote 1,20,000. If you want to cancel 20,000 from this amount, that 20,000 you have to credit. And what to write in particular column? Reverse entry. For this 1,20,000, what is the entry? Consignment account data to goods sent on consignment. So for loading in goods sent on consignment, what is the entry? Reverse entry. That is goods sent on consignment account data to consignment account. So consignment account is created now. Therefore credit side you have to post. Write debit account name. Goods sent on consignment account. How that 20,000 came? Invoice price of goods sent 1,20,000 minus cost price of goods sent 1 lakh rupees. So difference is 20,000 in outer column. So everything is completed. Finally, we have to calculate the profit or loss in consignment business. So find out the totals of two columns in rough. Credit amounts total is 1,51,300. Debit amounts total 1,40,350. Difference 10,950. Credit side we wrote incomes. Debit side expenses. Income is more than expenditure. So answer is profit. This profit, debit side total is less no. So debit side you have to show 10,950. For this you have to write to profit and loss account. Two sides write on the highest total. Credit total 1,51,300. Debit side also same 1,51,300. So this is the end of present problem. Hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you.